Today, I'm going to be rating every weapon mod in Chapter 5 Fortnite, starting with the optics, going into the magazines, then the underbarrel, and lastly, the barrel. Now, full disclosure, this is all my personal opinion, so there might be some things that you disagree with, and that's okay, but I do think that how I place these items is going to be roughly how useful they actually are. So let's go ahead and start. First off, we have the red eye sight. This one's interesting because it's pretty useful on something like a striker. Mythic Striker AR has this on by default, and a lot of people prefer this as their AR sight. I've had some people also like snipers with this sight somehow, but it doesn't really help you at all from range. I know this sometimes appears on shotguns and it can be useful a little bit when aiming down sight, but not super. So I think we're going to put this in B tier. Next up is the Holo 13 optic, and I think I'm just going to go ahead and put this right now in the S tier. The Holo sight is what some people prefer with snipers. It's what basically everyone prefers on ARs. It's what a lot of people prefer on the burst SMGs. The Holo sight is very nice. It gives you a little bit of zoom, really easy to hit shots with. Overall, I think it is the strongest sight in the game on everything other than a sniper. But even on a sniper, I think it might be the best depending on your situation. Holo sight, fantastic. Really, really great sight. Next up is the 2x sight. And this is an interesting one. Some people swear that this is the best sight to put on a sniper. Other people say it's horrible. The 2x also does not really work on ARs unless it's the mythic Nemesis AR. And even then, there are times that I wish the Nemesis AR had the Holo sight on it and not the 2x. This one's kind of tough for me, but I'm gonna have to put this in C tier. Lastly is the sniper sight. This is great on snipers, but on anything else, it's worthless. If this is on any AR, it instantly ruins the AR, no matter what attachments you have on it. But on the sniper, it's amazing. The only drawback to it is it has the sniper glint. If you've ever seen someone have that really bright light on them when they're aiming down, that means they're using a weapon with a sniper optic. So it does have a counter. It has a drawback. This is the only sight that has a drawback to it, which is Epic basically saying this sight is so good, we have to nerf it in some way. If it didn't have the sniper glare, I would definitely put it in S tier, but because it has that, I think I'm going to put that in the A tier. However, if it's on anything other than a sniper, this instantly goes to D tier. This goes to F tier. This goes to the worst tier in the world. I'm changing this to F tier, by the way. If anything's here, it's just F. There's no D tier, that's F tier. Next up is magazines. And there's only 2 magazines in the game right now, the speed mag and the drum mag. So the first one is the speed mag. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the S tier. There are no drawbacks to the speed mag. You don't get less bullets with anything. It just makes the reload faster. Great for every single item, no matter what it is. It is the preferred magazine for every single weapon you use besides an auto shotgun. And even then, it doesn't hurt on the auto shotgun. The drum is just better on the auto. But with that being said, I have to put it at the S tier. Next is the drum mag. Definitely solid as well, but the downgrade to this is that putting a drum mag on anything makes the reload slower. So it actually actively hurts things like ARs and SMGs. It's really, really good on the auto shotgun because the reload is so long anyways that the extra second that it adds on is worth the trade-off for 4 extra shots. But besides the auto shotgun, it kind of just makes it an okay attachment. It's an S tier on the auto, but I think I have to put that in the B tier. Next up, we have the underbarrel mods. And to start it off, we have the angled foregrip. Now, this attachment is super unique because on a sniper, it is an S tier. This is a great attachment on a sniper and a sniper only. It lets you quick scope with it. Very nice. However, on literally anything else, it is horrible. It doesn't do essentially anything. It lets you aim down sight slightly faster. This seems to be the default attachment that Epic wants to put on almost every weapon. I don't know how many times I've walked up to a green striker or a green auto shotgun that has one attachment on it, and I really hope that attachment's like a speed mag or a drum mag or something useful, and it's always an angled foregrip, and it's basically a waste of space. So if this was specifically for the sniper, I would put this at S tier. However, as an overall attachment for the game and for every item and for every weapon in the game, I'm going to have to put this in the F tier. This is going to be our first F tier item. Next up is the vertical foregrip. The vertical foregrip basically lowers the recoil of any weapon and also helps the spread a little bit as well. Now, generally, the vertical foregrip is the best thing to put on every single weapon but a sniper. I've even heard some people say that it works really well on a pump shotgun because it helps the spread. And overall, it is a must-have on basically everything from ARs to SMGs. So I'm going to have to put this in the S tier. Next up is the laser. Now, the laser helps the hipfire accuracy of any weapon. However, I feel like it doesn't do as much as we'd all hope it did. I don't think you see a laser whenever you put it on a weapon. Some other games, you'll actually actively see a laser coming off of the weapon, but I don't see that in Fortnite. It doesn't really matter much. It's just a little nitpicky minor detail that I would like. It's only really useful on an auto shotgun because you actively hit fire with that weapon often, but it just doesn't do that much. I'm never really actively spending 75 gold on a laser. If I find a weapon that already has a laser, that's great, but I'm not gonna put one on there myself. With that being said, I'm gonna have to put this in the C tier. Lastly, we have the barrel attachments. And first up for the barrel attachments is the muzzle brake. And the muzzle brake is another great weapon mod here. All it does is reduce recoil. That's it. It's helpful on every single item in the game, minus a sniper. Snipers don't have recoil. So when players put muzzle brakes on snipers, which is often for some reason, it's not actually doing anything. So a little tip here, don't put a muzzle brake on a sniper. It happens all the time. We really shouldn't do that. But it's super strong. I definitely have to put it in the S tier. And last but not least is the suppressor. Now, the suppressor is something that has its use, but isn't super impactful really on the game. If you're putting a suppressor on an AR instead of a muzzle brake, it'll make the recoil worse. It really just dampens the audio. It's supposed to also reduce muzzle flash. That doesn't really have any kind of impact on the game. Suppressor is really great on snipers because the muzzle brake doesn't do anything for them, so putting one on a sniper will make it harder for someone to track where they're getting shot from. It's also somewhat useful on shotguns because you can easily check a bush with the shotgun. People around you won't hear that you're actively shooting in a bush, but it's not hugely impactful. There are some people that want to put it on everything, SMGs and ARs, but if you're doing that, you're actively making the recoil worse and you're gonna hit less shots. If it's on a sniper, it's an S tier. But in general, I think it's just kind of okay. So we're gonna put it right there in the B tier. That S tier row at the top should actually be how you modify every single AR that you use. You might want to change the hollow to a red eye if that's how you prefer it. But in general, any AR should be modded with the hollow 13, speed mag, the vertical foregrip, and the muzzle brake. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. If you agree or disagree with me, let me know in the comments. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on everything. I feel like I got basically everything right here, though I think some people might disagree on that 2x optic. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one.